Hello everyone and welcome. I'm VelvettB and thanks for joining me today for this speed build. So I'm excited about this one. This was for a collaboration. So for the Strangerville collab, which is a little collaboration with a difference. This is where you have two teams and you are each team is decorating the same house and then going head to head in a vote off on Twitter. So this is the Strangerville house that we are building. It's a very large house and there were 6 members on our team. And each of the team members got 3 to 4 rooms each. So I got 3 rooms upstairs. So I got the nursery, which is the room that we're working on at the moment. And then the whole sort of upstairs living area. And also a 3rd room, which I turned into a family hobby room. So yeah, so that you get to see what I built in that particular house. So we decided on a theme, and that theme was going to be a traditional style. We were going to be using teals and yellows and whites. So those were our sort of main colors that we were working to. And yeah, and that sort of, you know, traditional style. So the thing with this was that I initially did the build, so you can sort of see this coming through here. But then the thing is that the new kits came out, the Storybook Nursery Kit and the Artist Studio Kit, or the Art Studio Kit. Obviously, for me, for this particular room, the Storybook Nursery Kit was absolutely perfect. It's traditional styling, it's all the nursery stuff. So you'll see me doing this build here, and the layout will pretty much remain the same, but I do make some changes, and you'll see those little changes at the end, towards the end of the video, where I add in the new kits, because I couldn't not have the new kits. Like, I started building this before the announcement of when the new kits were coming out, and then when I heard that the new kits were coming out, I was kind of like, I'm gonna have to put that new kit into this build. I cannot not do it. So I did, but I'll show you the changes as we do them at the towards the end of the video. For the time being, the idea that I had for this particular room, because it's a twin infants, I decided to do it, you know, like a kind of a yin-yang kind of thing. It's probably not super clear. I did try, but it was just a little bit hard. Like, the columns wouldn't sit properly on both sides just because of the window, with the window placement and stuff. But I did sort of one side of the room kind of yellow and then the other side of the room kind of green. That's kind of what I was going for. But then I kind of, yeah. I don't know how clear that is. I don't know how well that sort of came through. But that was the vision I had for the bedroom. So it's kind of 2 sides. So you've got like a boy and a girl, yellow and green kind of thing going on there. And it was a challenge actually going through and finding traditional things to like put on the walls, to decorate the walls and stuff, because a lot of the decals kind of had a lot more of a modern vibe to them. So I did struggle a little bit with what to decorate the room with. But then obviously we had the kit come out, and you know, that added a whole lot of different elements and stuff to the room that I could add in. So it's pretty cool. So next we're going to move on to the upstairs living space. And it was like a good decent size amount of space that I had to work with here. So I was thinking, for our Sims that we were imagining for this build, we were imagining there was going to be a family. So it's the 2 parent Sims, and then there's twin infants. There is a girl, child age, and then there is a teen boy. So that's kind of the family, and they're kind of like little nerds. They're into reading and they're into art, and you know, they're really crafty. So yeah, quite traditional values and that sort of thing, in terms of like they find family important and spending family time together. So getting off the devices and doing things together, which is part of why I decided to go with a family hobby room as well. So I was thinking about that as I was building this space and how to incorporate that kind of vibe into the room. So I was thinking about little pieces of clutter. So not only just having adult stuff in the room, but having that presence of the children as well, because they've got like 4 children. So there is no way that I can think of anyway that you could have 4 children in a house and not have their presence like lying around the house. I have 2 kids. And their stuff is everywhere. You know, they'll leave things around, or they'll be like, set things up, and they'll be like, no, I'm going to play with this later. And so, you know, you have toys everywhere. You have bric-a-brac everywhere that, you know, the kids leave around. So realistically, if you're in a family house and you've got 4 kids, you're going to have stuff lying around your lounge, like little toys and little bits and pieces that just show this as a family home. So that is really, yeah, what I wanted to bring into this build and make evident in this build is really that family vibe. So hopefully I did capture that okay. So there is like quite a bit of clutter around, little, bits and pieces of toys. You got magazines and books, because I did mention that, book reading was a big part of their family. They are sort of like little nerds, and you've got like little hobby things there with the music and stuff like that. So that was all stuff that I was thinking about as I was putting the house together and how to make it look lived in and part of a family. It was also a challenge actually coming up with different items that worked with the teal and yellow theme, particularly with traditional items in teal. That was a little tricky. We were lucky with this wallpaper. It did work really well. So there were a few wallpapers that had that traditional vibe that did work really nicely. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of options. So, but we did well. There was the one there's a nice teal swatch from Cozy Bistro Kit, and I think this is base game. And then there's another base game, traditional sort of flowery wallpaper that we've got in a couple of rooms as well. So yeah, it worked out quite nicely as far as wallpapers and consistency throughout the collaboration with my collaborators, so that was cool. So I got to work with an amazing team of builders. They were fabulous to work with, and we had so much fun with it. Our team name was Crabby Armadillo Bottoms, which is sounds weird, but there is an item in the game that is like the little armadillo, and I actually put that in the family hobby room as well, the little armadillo, because that was our team mascot. So I don't know if anyone actually on my team noticed that I did that. I didn't tell anyone, but I did do that. So yeah, the outside of the build was put together by Nocturnally Nyx. So that's the Obsessed Simmer on the gallery, but she plays under Nocturnally Nyx. And the collaboration was hosted by Niscenna, so another fabulous simmer and builder herself, and she organized it all and got us into teams and did all the admin kind of stuff. So on my team, on Team Crabby Bottom Armadillo, or was it Crabby Armadillo Bottom? One or the other. I had myself, and there was Alchemistic Sims and Sttardonic, the True Javen, MamaDuPreez, and Vivian Liz as well. So yeah, we had a really good team. We had a lot of fun, and the guys were really great at putting up with my mumming them and making sure that they got everything done on time. So I have now moved on to the family activity room. So I used the big projector from the little campers kit. I couldn't resist putting that in. I thought that would be cool. They could like have family movie night in there, and obviously we've got a little game area and a mat. The thing with that rug is it did evolve a few times, and I ended up having to change a couple of things after this because we decided that the basement would be a art studio. So yeah, I did end up putting some art stuff into this room, and then I took it out and just changed it a little bit later on, because I felt like there was enough art stuff around the place, because there was kind of art. There's a little armadillo. See that in there? A little armadillo. There was a little bit of art stuff in the study downstairs as well, which actually worked out really nicely, because the art stuff, it kind of looks like the art stuff upstairs in the study kind of overflowed, and they ended up extending that into the basement and just creating a full-blown art studio. So I feel like that flowed so nicely. So I ended up changing this because when the art studio kit came in, I added like some more art stuff, but then I changed it again. And I think I just turned that sort of more into like a reading nook and added like some bits and pieces and art and, bits and pieces like that. So yeah, so you got like family board games. We've got the dartboard around. That Lego table will move. The block table, that'll move. But yeah, heaps of little activities and stuff in there for the family to go in there and spend some good quality family time together, which was important to these guys. So just coming up now, I'm going to show you the things that I changed with the new kit additions. So this is them coming through now. So you'll sort of see some of the storybook nursery stuff. I switched out the diaper table and the cots and just added some of the little bits and pieces of decoration into it. I did try to put the clothes hanging with the baby clothes into the room, but I don't think it was quite big enough. So I think I ended up nixing that idea. But you know, like all the baby photos, the new infant play mat and the shelves, yeah, like those baby photos are great. Love those. So it just required like a little bit of shifting around just to fit the items in and, you know, make them look like they were a cohesive part of the room. But I think it did work out really nicely, and oh, they're just such pretty items. I love those cute little new mats that we got with that kit as well. It's so lovely. I didn't want to make it like the whole room, that kit. I did want to limit myself a little bit with that because I didn't want to make it all about the nursery kit, but I just wanted to integrate it into what I already had here. So this is me just adding in some art stuff to just keep in mind that I did add it in, and then after I've recorded all this, I realized that, yeah, we needed to get rid of that. So that it ended up going. But that's fine. Not a problem. I don't mind changing things up if I can help out the team. That's for sure. So we had a lot of fun with this, and I put all the details for the collaboration, where to find the download for the whole build and everything in the description below. I'm going to leave you guys to have a look at the little photo tour. It's got the creators' names at the top there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who joined in the collaboration. It was a lot of fun, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.